the FBI is doing something that is totally unprecedented, completely unprecedented here. And I think we just have to be cognizant of the fact that what we've seen develop and what we've seen happen creates, it does weaponize the FBI. But, are we shocked? This is the ghost of Mueller past.
What would put them from lying here? I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but they had 9 hours there. They could have planted whatever they wanted. I mean, this is an FBI that's done this before to Donald Trump. They've lied to the FISA court.
These things are what happen in banana republics where dictators have federal agencies, including law enforcement, to act as their own personal goon squad.
Understand, a search warrant says that a crime has been committed, probable cause to believe, and that the fruits and instrumentalities of that crime are located in that location, and we need to go in to get them because otherwise they will be destroyed. That, to the house of a former president of the United States, unprecedented in the annals of American constitutional history.
The fundamental question in all of this is, what was the basis upon which they had to go to the level of seeking and obtaining a search warrant from a magistrate? And that's what I asked that question, because normally, if you have a document dispute, you subpoena the documents. I wonder if there were ever subpoenas issued for documents here. Was there ever litigation on this? Nothing that we know of, right? I mean, so we don't know of any of that. So I think the fundamental question is, why was this act necessary, which escalates already political tension?
They've already proven they're willing to alter evidence, and you couple that with everything we have seen over the last several years, and then, frankly, all the lies we've caught the January 6th committee in. Imagine how many other false statements they're given to the country. I don't know if I've ever seen people so concerned about where the greatest country in history, the United States of America, where we are headed.
The concern has to be, as an American citizen, is we don't want our agencies doing this. And that is my concern here. It changes, and it, like you said, Jordan, how we're viewed internationally, it looks like a joke.
It weakens our country significantly when you have this kind of division in the country. It's not just politics, but I mean full-on division where half the country doesn't even trust the institutions of government. Not that they don't like the politicians in charge. That's one thing. The Putins of the world, the Xi's of the world, they look at us, they laugh. They laugh because we're putting our political opponents through the same kind of political persecution that they do, and we condemn them for.
If the Republicans take back the House and Senate, Merrick Garland's job is going to be very uncomfortable because he's going to have to answer for these actions. But you know what's going to happen here is my prediction with this investigation and that they went in this raid. And look, I don't have any insight into this other than just practicing law for 44 years. Here's my theory. I think this is going to be the Mueller investigation. There's going to not be anything there. But they get these moments. Roger Stone's house, Manafort's house, now the president's house. I mean, are we shocked that it's progressed from political operatives to the former president? I'm not. But if people ask and call and say, how do we trust the bureaucracy? The answer is, just like with the IRS, exactly what Jordan said, do not trust the bureaucracy.
Trust nothing from the federal government right now. Zero. From any agency, but especially the law enforcement agencies. Start there. Make them prove that they're trustworthy. These agents, these whistleblowers are telling you they're purging out conservatives. That means if they're coming to you, they already have a distaste for you because they've been politically chosen to be leaders inside the bureaucracy.
Be aware of the political environment you're in and what you're escalating here, and use least intrusive means. And that they decided not to do. They didn't go with the least intrusive mean, so they went with the most intrusive mean.
You have people under significant pressure from the radical left.
And they're bending.
And again, this is what you do say, thank God Merrick Garland's not on the Supreme Court, because pressure obviously gets to him. Because over the last year, really no movement. And then the Democrats are saying, they're going to impeach him. They're going to impeach him if he doesn't take action against Trump. So he creates some action against Trump, even though it just doesn't make a lot of sense, even just looking at it on paper, because you said they bypassed one of the stages, which, again, you didn't have to go right to raid. And a lot of this was likely electronic. So what's the issue there? Why go right to search warrant raid? Why no subpoena? Because this is about politics.